Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a quick little video about what I think is the best multi-tool that you can carry on your person on a day-to-day basis. If you're a homeowner, hobbyist, professional construction worker, or anything in between, right? This is going to be the Milwaukee Fastback with the option of the integrated driver, right? So a couple things about this knife. It works much like any other type of utility blade. It has a button that holds this locked in place, so it's not going to come open in your pocket. So you have to press the button, right? Let it swing open. You can lock it in place like so, and it locks in place with this button. So the way this works is the button holds it locked and holds it open. So by actuating this button, right, you can control whether you want it open or closed. Like a usual type of utility blade, you have your standard blade here that is able to be loosened and opened and taken out and that type of thing, replaced with this little button that's there. You press it, comes out, you can switch it up, that type of thing. It also has this wire stripper type of feature here where you could put a piece of up to 10 gauge wire, strip the insulation off a wire if you're in a jiffy. You can also use this portion of the blade. That works quite well as well. So another feature that this has is a bottle opener. So the end of this is actually a bottle opener. So if you run into any type of bottle that needs to be opened, you can use this like a hammer and crack it open that way. Works well. And where this actually shines is the screwdriver slash nut driver. So this here has the most common screw in America, right? The screwdriver that drives them all, the number 2 Phillips. So the number 2 Phillips is what we use in America. In my opinion, it is not the best system, right? If I had to choose, I would probably go with the Robertson drive that the Canadians use the most. But the Phillips number 2 was allegedly designed so cam out, right, would prevent you from over torquing anything that would break otherwise, right? So you're more likely to cam out instead of over torquing and breaking whatever you're working on. I'm not sure if that's the best way about solving the problem. Obviously there's torque wrenches and that type of thing, but this works well. It also has a, let's see if I can pull it out with one hand, a flat end, right, which is basically your flat screwdriver. So that works well for whatever you need to do. You can even pry. Been prying a lot with this thing. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's pretty beat up, right? So I've been putting this to the ringer for about 6 months. And last but not least, you have a 1/4 inch nut driver. So that 1/4 inch nut driver actually comes in super handy if you ever run into 1/4 inch screws, which are common in sheet metal, HVAC, and other type of applications. But the way this thing is held in place is actually just with a little Balti tent that you can see there. So trying to put this in with one hand is a little difficult, sorry guys, but you can just slide it in there and it holds in place pretty well. I've heard some complaints of people saying that this little Balti tent falls out, but in my opinion, this is meant to be used as a emergency tool, not so much your primary EDC. That is why it's so handy, right? Because it can take you out of a situation that you don't have your tools. You don't have to go back to your tool bag, your tool truck, or anything. You always have a screwdriver, flat and Phillips, utility blade, bottle opener, and a wire stripper on you at all times. I have used this to strip wire makeup J boxes just because I don't have my wire strippers on me, or I'm just not in the situation where I can necessarily go back super quickly. So the cool thing about this actual nut driver and screwdriver is that it has 2 positions. So this is the first position, right? It's held in a 90-degree position for you to use the handle as additional torque and break something loose. It holds it there with friction, but I really like this because, like a knife, it has a frame lock that you'll see here. It engages and it holds this in place, and the actual tip of the screwdriver is in line with the center of the knife. So when you're turning your actual knife, the screwdriver is in the middle, so you're not having to position this in an awkward way and having to struggle with this too much. You can use it much like a screwdriver. So that's why I like this, right? I think it's the most convenient tool that anybody can have in their pockets. I personally am a industrial electrician, and I use this on a day-to-day basis. If my foreman is laying me out on something and he asks for a screwdriver, right, I may not have my tools on me because he's laying me out, but I can hand him this, which I've done multiple times, right? And he can get most things done. If he needs to open up a J-box to show me how something is spliced or anything like that. I've also seen drywallers with this type of knife, and I mean, what can I say? It works well. My favorite knife, something I carry on me every single day. Peace.